Don't leave quite yet. We're going to do a short little Q&A with Mr. Tyler Shaw here.
I completely forgot about that.
It's okay. It's okay. Hello again. Welcome. Thank you. We hope you enjoyed. I was trying very hard not to be distracting in the back.
No,
I kind of hid so I could do some dance moves because it was awesome.
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much.
So I think that the last time you performed in Brampton was actually for Canada Day 2018 with Tom Cochrane and the Red Rider.
That's right. That was a great show.
That was a big show. Outdoors, slightly different crowd.
Yes.
So that one was July 2018. I think you got married in August, and then you released Intuition in September.
That's right, big year.
And then With You went crazy.
Yes.
And then The Man Who Let...
To The Man Who Let Her Go, yes. It's a mouthful, I know.
So in the last 2 years since we've seen you in Brampton, what are some of like the stick out moments for you that are like the most memorable for whatever reason?
Oh my goodness. 2018 was obviously a super memorable year for me. Obviously getting married and releasing my sophomore album, Intuition. And the response from With You that year was so incredible, and it really catapulted me into a new, I guess, area of my career. And like I said, the support you guys have shown for that song has been amazing. So that was definitely a highlight. 2019 was the year of pretty much all my touring. So I got to see all my fans across Canada, and it was such a fun time. And then we had big plans to go out in 2020 again. Obviously, that didn't happen, but a lot of highlights for sure. Yeah.
I forgot to mention the national tours, the JUNO Award nominations.
That's right.
I'll just slide those in.
That's right. Yeah.
So you kind of went there nicely, acknowledging it's a challenging time right now.
Yep.
What opportunities have you been taking advantage of with this free time?
I've kind of I'm in the midst of writing a third album right now, so I'm very busy doing that. But when it hit, I guess the thick of COVID was probably March, I guess, let's say.
March 13th,
that's when I felt, that's when it felt it the most. And I just didn't know what to do with myself. I was supposed to be going out on the road, supposed to be planning, summer festivals and doing all this stuff with music. I knew I had to write a third album. I just didn't know what the timeline was. So I was just kind of sitting there for a while. But I took some time for myself. I don't get a lot of that where you can just okay, I'll have a tea in the morning and just read a book or something, or just be one with your thoughts and go for a walk and just chill and work on friendships and relationships and just put a new perspective on things for me. And that kind of, I guess in a way, helped me mentally. It was a good reset, I guess you can say. As awful as the situation is, I tried to find the positive out of it.
Talking about the writing of music, I was obviously scrolling through your Spotify the last few days, and I was really surprised because there were so many French versions.
Yes.
With outside of French Canadian artists or Celine Dion, I haven't really seen a lot of French versions.
Right.
So I'm just curious. Can you just tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely,
Why?
yeah.
How?
So I do speak a little bit of French. I took French immersion in school, but I haven't used it in so long. But it's something that I think is very special. Especially being, growing up in Canada, a bilingual country. I love the language, and Montreal has been there since before my career even started. They've been such a big, supportive hub for me. So if there's anything I can do to give back, I was thinking, why not a bilingual version of one of my songs, or multiple bilingual versions of different types of songs. And it does really well over there for me. I think they really enjoy it. I hope if they didn't, they would, tell me, so I didn't have to work on the translation and the pronunciation and all that. But like I said, if whenever there's an opportunity for me to do a bilingual version in French, I absolutely will.
And so far they've been duets, right?
Yes, they've been duets. And honestly, it's a cool thing to discover French artists because they have their own system, their star system out there that I've never heard of a bunch of these artists, but now I'm discovering all these amazing, talented writers, producers, and singers out there. It's incredible.
I really like that. That's a great way to shout out that there's a whole other world that most of us don't necessarily understand.
Yeah.
Do you think that you're gearing up to one day do a full French song all yourself? Is that the Rosetta Stone is in your back pocket?
Oh, 100%. Oui. Yes.
I'm not going to embarrass myself and try and respond in French.
No, that's definitely, I would love to do that, honestly. But maybe, baby steps and maybe do a duet fully French, but just a duet. So it's not just my own French song. We'll see.
You'll just learn the chorus of your song. And
Exactly.
Can do the harder part.
Yes, exactly.
Looking back from beginning 8 years ago, what would you say would be like the hardest transition or the hardest hurdle? And then to someone who's looking at your career as inspiration, what kind of advice would you give them, or strategy? Maybe that's not advice, just strategy for surmounting that specific hurdle.
I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's tough. It's a tough industry to be in. The biggest hurdle would be believing in yourself. I know it sounds easy. Only believe in yourself, wake up and be positive. It's a lot harder than you think. You're always second guessing. You're always doubting whether you're good enough at songwriting and anything, at the craft, really. But that's why you got to surround yourself with good people who push you, who believe in you as much as you should believe in yourself. So that would be the biggest hurdle. And my advice would be to believe in yourself. No, in all seriousness, like the advice would be to practice your craft, whether that's singing, guitar playing, piano playing, whatever it is, producing. Practice it, because what does that guy say? 72,000 hours or something to perfection. It's a lot of hours.
It's a lot.
You got a lot of hours, and we're going into a lockdown, so
you got time.
You got time.
I think probably believe in yourself is the equivalent of like practice self-care. You're like, I think
true.
I'm doing it. What does this mean? What would you say is the best advice someone's ever given you?
What is the best advice someone has given me? Oh boy. I actually don't know this answer. Oh, there's a pick. My hands are sweaty. I actually don't know this answer, but the advice, I don't know where, if I created it or if I did hear it from someone. So if someone did tell me this, I'm completely blanking, I apologize. Never assume, and don't be afraid to ask questions. Yeah.
I think that those are both two very solid pieces of advice.
Yeah.
Tyler Shaw original advice.
There you go.
Just for you. What would you say? This is something I sometimes ponder. Like, what is the coolest or the weirdest moments that remind you you're a celebrity? I read that you have an interactive hologram. I feel like that's pretty strange. But like, have you ever gone to a wedding and like the slow dance of the bride and groom, the first one is your song, and you're kind of like,
no, I've never been to a wedding where my song has been the main slow dance song, but I've been to weddings where they play my music, which is really cool. The hologram thing is very interesting. If you haven't got a chance to see it, I guess you won't because we're going into lockdown, but it's at Yonge and Dundas Square in Toronto. I guess just like every now and then, I get the question, hey, you look a lot like Tyler Shaw. I'd be like, yep. Like, it's just like a weird thing.
You don't own it?
Yeah, of course. It's just funny to interact because they don't believe. I could be walking, like the other day I was in Oakville, walking downtown. It was one of the nice days we had, and that was happening quite a bit, and it just kind of reminds yourself, oh, yeah, I'm not just like a singer person. Like, I guess the word, I don't really like the word celebrity, to be honest, but I'm a known artist, I guess, yeah.
And as a known artist, what is like the best cover of one of your songs that you have ever seen? Which has a follow-up question as well.
Okay.
What song of yours would you love to see covered by who?
Wow. Ugh. Okay, I'll start with the first part. You know what? I'm just going to open up a challenge right now. Go cover Remember, which is my latest single. It came out in August. Go cover that song, but I don't want you to do it like the original version. I want you to be creative in your own right. I want you to try to change it up, put it into a ballad, make it a reggae song, make it a country tune. I want to hear different versions of my song. That's a challenge right now. I think that'll be really cool.
And tag the Rose Brampton, because we absolutely 100% would love to see those variations.
100%. And I would love, this sucks because there's new music coming out in 2021. And there's a lot of songs on there that I would love for different people to cover. But if I'm thinking about Intuition, which is the music that's out already, I think a really cool cover would be Justin Timberlake.
I suspected that.
Doing Cautious.
Very fun.
Or Michael Bublé doing If I Ever Lost You. Throwing that out there.
I like that you threw in a fellow Canadian.
Of course.
I appreciate that. And now speaking of covers, this is going to be like the last thing. And in honor of maybe this Christmas, a Ron Sexsmith cover.
That's right.
I thought we could do a Christmas lightning round.
Okay, wow.
You've been pretty quick on answering questions anyways, but now I thought we'd just do like 5, bing, bang, boom.
I'm actually really bad at these because I need time to think. If it's like gingerbread or hot cocoa, I'm like, well, this because, I have to like logically. Anyway,
Okay,
let's try
I'll
it.
ask fast. You answer in your own
Sure.
speed. Okay, first question. I have to remember them now.
Yep.
What was the first question? I don't remember. So we're going to jump to the second question.
Okay, that's fine.
Favorite Christmas song to sing?
Oh, December 1st, every year. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Of course, the Bublé album. That's
That
the one.
also totally answered my first question, which was it's like the best Christmas tradition.
Oh yeah, December 1st, Bublé album, on, whatever, and we let it ride.
And then follow up, what is your favorite song to sing?
Anything on that Bublé album, honestly, I'm a sucker for Christmas music. But the cover that I did this year, maybe this Christmas, by Ron Sexsmith, I love singing it. It's such a warm, fuzzy feeling cover. So if you have a chance, go take a listen. If you're not into Christmas music until December 1st, take a listen on December 1st.
Best Christmas card you got last year?
One of my buddies sent me and my wife a Christmas card that was blank on purpose, which I thought was hilarious. So that was funny. Yeah.
I applaud that.
Yeah.
Favorite Christmas nibble?
I'll just say candy canes, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the big one, the big finale, best Christmas lyric ever.
What? Okay. Like, I gotta go search
Ever.
the archives. You really expect me to answer that within?
I do. Lightning round.
Oh, I have 3
Impulse.
minutes and 20 seconds. We're fine. No, I'm just
It's
kidding.
going to be a long lightning flash.
Best lyric. Oh my God, this is a hard one. Honestly, I can't answer this. I'll tweet you guys later. I can't answer this right now.
We'll take a tweet later.
Cool.
What about like top 4 that come to mind? Just like top contenders?
Oh my gosh. I'll have a blue Christmas. I like the metaphor. Yeah.
We've got blue lights on right now, in case you
Oh, look at
didn't
that.
know.
I didn't see that. Nice.
That's all. That's the lightning round. You survived.
Oh yes, good.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for coming out, guys.
My pleasure, honestly.
Thank you for tuning in. We had such a great time with you tonight. Check out Remember. Get your covers in, creative covers, and we hope to see you back here
Yes.
when the time opens, and we'll see you all then.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, and have a great night.